was all theirs. Once they got it going, it was full speed ahead.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at them wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, we've got Chandler Parsons. Alexis Ajinça is out there with Chris Bosh. Then there's Dwayne Wade. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. And Carroll gets it to go.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
So for the Jazz, their last game, a loss to the Pistons in Detroit.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And it's been an issue for them as it was last year, only 72% from the line.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Morris into the lane.
Taking 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be, remove all doubt on that attack.
A lot of NBA teams have been outright buying developmental league teams. I mean, the Jazz did that last season. They purchased the Idaho Stampede last March, and we see more and more of that happening, one-on-one affiliations between D-League teams and NBA teams.
And that's a foul called on Alexis Ajinça. That is his first foul of the game. That'll be a 5-second call. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Rondo kicks to Ajinça. For the 3, and Wade is good for 3.
Yeah, poor job defensively, giving him such a clear look at the basket from 3-point range.
Here's Rose. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Rondo kicks to Bosh. There's a good screen. No good. Great D that time from Bekovic. The 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Morris passes to Bekovic. It's deflected. And here's Wade. 23 points for him the last game against the Pistons in Detroit. Shots good by Bosh.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
On defense, Utah. It's a three-point game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of Philadelphia this year.
An interconference matchup. They faced these guys twice a season, and last year they took both games.
Two teams in the bottom of the East and West, as you said. These regular season victories count for more. Both hungry for a win tonight. And Chandler Parsons, boy, he can really give you a whole lot of everything. Length, quickness, skill, can shoot, pass, rebound, defend, the total package. 4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Bosh, a screen on Rose. Rondo kicks to Ajinça. With the putback. It's good on the putback.
Boy, nice tip in to salvage the points from the missed shot. And made it work.
It did, yeah. And those second chance points, Clark, they do add up.
Yes, sir.
They do. And, guys, that's the last line of your defense there. Everything else was good, but you have to finish it off with possession.
And back to Chandler Parsons. His versatility is so valuable to any scheme. We've now seen that in both Houston and Dallas. He gives you percentages and good production every time out.
He does, Kevin, but the one area where I'd like to see him improve is his physical strength. I mean, to take his game to the next level, he's got to be able to play through contact a little bit better. If he can do that, we're talking about a guy who could be a perennial all-star.
Here's Wade. 76ers getting the bucket. Nice job coming off that screen. Parsons got his second bucket tonight.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Now, here's Thompson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. There's the bucket. Good.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Oh, and here comes Carroll all alone. And Morris throws it down.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
And so it's Utah here with the ball. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. And that one's good.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Yeah, saw some things that just weren't working for them and wants to make some adjustments.
Yeah, and no reason to wait around to do that, Greg. I mean, might as well make those adjustments right away.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Philadelphia started to create a little bit of an identity last season after all their transactions, Clark, and shifting around. They settled down and came together.
Yeah, and I tell you, it looks like the identity will be the Sixers being a defensive team going forward. Offense has its fits and starts, but defensively they found some traction.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group. Josh McRoberts has checked in for Alexis Ajinça. Winslow comes in for Parsons. Hardaway's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Austin Rivers in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Harris, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
They've got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical, dominant performance out here. They are in a zone. As you said, the 76ers will be a team built on defense going forward. At least that's what it seems like to me. They have very active hands and can bother a lot of shots. They also force a ton of turnovers as well.
Well, now go to Doris Burke, who spoke with Quinn Snyder. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, he told me their game plan offensively today is a relatively simple one. He wants to see as many plays run through the low post as possible. He said physically, we're the stronger team, and we need to use that to our benefit. Guys?
And thank you for that, Doris.
And, you know, guys, the Sixers did force a lot of turnovers, but they also gave the ball away the most in the NBA, so kind of negated the turnovers they forced. They can be as defensive as they want, but they've got to get better at taking care of the ball if they're going to improve.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
The putback throws it down with the quick putback jam.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
Yeah, that's what we call a potent 1-2 punch.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's having.
Jazz trail by 12. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Bosh, no one around him. That doesn't go either for Bosh.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Ariza has the open look. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And really, that's what built the early lead here. Killer shooting from beyond.
And the defense needs to recognize that and get to the shooters. It's imperative that they get a hand up.
And now a chance to hear from Chris Bosh about what it meant to him to become an NBA player.